My grandmother was a very holy woman, and she was a great person to just talk to and laugh with. But we'd get carried away sometimes, and my brothers and I maybe would start talking about somebody else. And she'd say, "Don't talk about them. How come? Maybe they're talking about you." And we'd say, "Well, more reason to talk about them." But anyway, she didn't like that answer. But anyway, it's true. Who are we? Who are we to point out someone else's failures and faults? Now, this isn't to say that we can't judge what is sinful and what is not sinful. That's necessary. But primarily, as a church, we have to be ones who seek out and seek to address what is wrong in our life first, before we then go out and say, "Oh, that's what's wrong with that person," and because those words of St. Paul in the first reading hit very powerfully to me, and maybe to you too. "No, I drive my body and train it, for fear that, after having preached to others, I myself should be disqualified." In this race that we are running, that St. Paul encourages us to run and to win, winning doesn't involve first me saying, "Look what's wrong with you." Winning involves not being disqualified first. And that means, where am I sinful? Where must I attack in here first? And then, brothers and sisters, we have a duty to help our brothers and sisters, not by accusation, but by guiding. As the opening prayer says, to love our neighbors in deed and in truth. And sometimes loving somebody means telling them something hard. But first, brothers and sisters, that hard truth needs to be directed here first. None of us can escape it. None of us should escape it. Because if we do, we run the very high risk of first having ourselves disqualified from the race for the eternal prize, the heavenly kingdom. Please stand.